Hi guys, welcome to Music Business Today. I'm Hannah Renee.
And I'm Kane Harrison, and we're going to talk about, of course, different revenue streams and how you guys can get your music out there. We're going to talk to Hannah a little bit too about how she gets her artistry out there as well, so stick around. Welcome back to Music Business Today, guys. Today we're going to talk about the different revenue streams for you guys to be able to make some money, and we're also going to discuss a really cool site, and then Hannah's going to actually spill the beans a little bit on how she gets her artistry out there. Hannah, obviously a wonderful actor here in town and in LA, Hannah. We look forward to seeing you in the next feature. But let's talk about monetization of music. So there's a couple of different ways we can do it. There's the obvious streams that everyone kind of knows. It's getting out there and selling your music door to door, essentially, but everywhere you play. Yeah.
Shows, Spotify, all of those different sources are good ways to make money. But there's also other things like master and sync licensing. So you can then license it off to network television, to film, to video games, corporate use.
Totally, and I know for a fact it's interesting that you say video games because here in town there's a really big movement, so Nashville, here in town, there's a big movement around video games and also TV and film, but video games more importantly because, Hannah, did you know that I think it's like the top 10 video games that get released in the country get scored here in Nashville.
Oh, really?
Which is really cool. And some of these go on to sell up to 40 million copies. So getting your music onto a video game could be a really, really great way to be able to get your music not only out there, but to put some cash in your pocket.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, I also think the exposure is really cool, but the other thing is that you need to think about the things that other people aren't thinking about. So I don't think that there's a whole bunch of people in Nashville as independent artists trying to bang on those
a video game.
Right, but you certainly can do that. So as we move through the list, YouTube monetization. Now, Hannah, this is a big one. It's always controversial because of the fact that you don't make a lot of money from YouTube. But as an independent artist, you need to make all the money you can.
And a lot of that, though, with the availability of people across various streams of creativity, is you need to put out a product that is visually appealing to your market.
Totally.
So that's networking with other filmmakers, actors, camera guy. There's so many people that you have the ability to network with. Maybe you know someone that's really new at filming stuff, but they have a great eye. And so,
well, lyric videos I think are great too. I mean, because getting people to connect with your lyrics is really important. A lot of the times, you know, we don't sing particularly clearly because we have different styles that we use, and we put a lot of emphasis, especially in this town, on lyrics. And so to be able to have music videos with lyric videos is a super easy and super cheap way for you to start to get some awareness.
You can record it on your phone these days.
Totally. But you know what, Hannah, you know that even the big guys in town do lyric videos and they put them out first to get a feel for how the audience is going to perceive the songs because it is so cheap. Exactly. And then they go and spend the money on music videos. But as you guys know now, it's really easy to be creative enough to be able to make great music videos yourself from your phone, literally. I mean, it's just having that creativity. So what else we got, Hannah?
Well, also instrumentals, releasing instrumental versions of your songs.
I think that's a totally great idea because usually when you're recording, most people now don't record live, and by live I mean with your entire band. It's usually broken up into tracks, and so you can strip that stuff down into a lot of different revenue streams, and instrumentals are a great one, and often instrumentals is what actually gets picked up for TV and film.
The non-vocals.
Yeah, so, and you know, there's some really great bands that have done really well doing that, and if you think about, you know, even back to like Queen, their music is so theatrical.
Well, yeah.
And then even more modern bands, you know, moving into the Coldplays and stuff like that. When you get into the MTV type stuff, I remember The Hills, you know, all that. I know.
Reality shows.
But all these sweeping movements of sweeping cameras over the cross of landscapes and cities, they really like that.
You want to have something in the background.
Totally, yeah. That might, your lyrics may not necessarily match. So when you're thinking about sending this stuff in to someone who is doing this licensing, think about sending both versions. Perhaps one that doesn't have the lyrics on there because obviously when the lyrics start, it kind of takes you to another place, and they might want to use that music in a different
totally
kind of
different.
set.
Yeah,
totally.
Well, and then also another outlet that I hadn't even thought of before, Shazam. Everyone has the app on their phone. Everyone's like, oh, I love this song. Let's see who sings it, who's singing this song. And something they suggest is actually taking Shazam, getting your music on there, and then texting or sending a mass tweet to all your fans, asking them at a particular time to play your song and then Shazam it, because then that'll actually get you higher up on the charts on Shazam and could lead to a bigger licensing or publishing deal.
Totally. I think you're crazy not to have your music on Shazam to begin with. I mean, even if you are getting sync deals and stuff like that, and you're kind of at that slight next level where you're starting to make some cash, there has been a massive resurgence, and especially TV, of soundtracks and things like that. I know, I'm trying to think of, what was that motorbike show that had that massive success? Come on, Hannah, help me.
Motorbike show?
I loved it. Sons of Anarchy, that's who it was.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and so they had such pride because they would get these independent artists, and people would discover them through Shazam. People would sit, it was like a little cult that went around where they'd kind of watch the Sons of Anarchy and have Shazam going to front. It was totally cool. But they do it all the time now, especially in TV with new stuff and Netflix. They're looking all the time.
Well, also, another really great way is the website Bandzoogle, where you can create a band page for yourself. There is a monthly subscription to that. But then on top of that, they have a new music sharing app. Or embedded player that you can use and share your music, as well as ways to purchase your music or merchandise or tickets via Facebook, Twitter, and anything that will accept HTML code. And you keep 100% of the revenues from those streams.
And I think that's a totally unique thing with this. When Hannah was kind of showing this to me off camera, we were working through the website, and it kind of is a lot similar to, you know, SoundClouds and a lot of other things out there. But the main thing here is that you can actually host and sell your music off this license, off this platform, and they don't take any money. So you get all the bells and whistles of being a part of a website like this, being able to embed HTML code in Facebook and all those other places, but they can also sell your music and they don't take any money for it, because you're kind of paying what is, to me, a reasonable subscription fee. And there's different levels. I think it starts at, what, $12 and goes up to about $17 a month. And each level you're allowed to sell more and more stuff. And as we know, this is how we're making money. So,
This is how you make money these days, is these independent outlets. And, you know, for, I think it was under $20 a month for a pro membership, you can have, you know, a nice laid out looking band page, as well as you get reports for sales, for your sales. You can do album pre-orders. You can create sale prices and special links for that for people that are listening to your music. So there's really so many options, and you're also creating for yourself more streams of revenue.
Bandzoogle.com, so check it out, it's really cool. But I tell you, when we were looking through this, it sparked a little conversation between Hannah and I. And I said to Hannah, you know, there's, with so many platforms out there as an independent music artist, it's difficult to choose which ones to actually use. And sometimes you have this fear of missing out, where people are saying you should be on this site, you should be doing that. But all of a sudden you're kind of racking up these fees to be on these sites as well. And so Hannah, as an independent artist as well, being an actor, I said to her, and I'll ask you the question again, Hannah, how do you work out which ones you should be on and which ones you shouldn't be on?
Well, for me as an actor, it's knowing the ones that people in the industry are using. Because there's ones that you'll see advertised, like, we have all these castings and auditions posted all the time, you know, pay one lump sum of $50 and, you know, you have a lifetime membership. And I mean, I've done that in the past, and it's all the stuff you find on Craigslist. So knowing which ones your agency recommends, knowing which ones casting directors that you may know go to and use on a consistent basis, because there are a small handful of sites that I know are vouched for by people within the industry that are using them, you know, that I have gotten jobs from. And then I also know there's a bunch out there that, as far as I'm concerned, are frauds. They put up a good face, they say they have all these things, they make you all these promises, but in reality, no one in the industry really even gives a shit about those things. Am I allowed to say that?
You can say shit all you like. I don't mind.
Okay, good. Like no one in the industry actually knows about those websites or really cares to use them because all you're doing is cattle herding a bunch of people that are kind of like, it'd be fun to act. I'm going to pay for this website.
Totally.
You know, versus weeding those people out and getting the ones that are more serious and doing.
And you know, it is a shame because in this entertainment industry, no matter where it is, there's always the sharks that are kind of looking to make a little bit of money. So I think Hannah's hit it right on the head. Yeah. Whether you are an actor or a music artist or an artist of some sort, just being in your creative groups and saying, hey, what are you using? You know, and you soon get this feedback of, don't use that one, it was a total scam. Use this one, I just got the last casting, it's been so great, I recommend it. Same deal for music, and there's so much noise out there. You just kind of have to decide what direction you want to head in.
Yeah, well, and like we were saying about the Bandzoogle, it's a great platform because not only does it provide you the website, you can customize and create that, but you do have a platform for making money outside of it. So even if that's one that maybe a lot of people don't know about it yet, or maybe they do and I just hadn't heard of it yet, you know, it's a great way to even get people to know about that website because of how you can share your music through that.
Yeah, I totally
HTML.
agree. And I think that if you can consolidate some of these things, and this is one of the websites, I promise we're not being paid by this website, by the way, because it sounds like we are. But I just like the way that it consolidates everything into one spot. So you're only paying $16 or $20 a month to get all this interaction through one place, and you can then spit it out across your social media network. But it's a great site, bandzoogle.com, and of course, don't forget to check out our website, or Facebook page, I should say, at Music Business Today, and of course Hannah's Twitter. You can follow her and ask her more questions about acting because we want to talk about that too. We'll see you guys next time on Music Business Today.